kind of a thing. I'm going to think about that one for a little bit. He says, knowing that he'll probably die. Will she still be fertile in 7 years? I don't know about that. 32. I mean, it's pushing it. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel for what? The marriage? We'll see once we get there. She might die beforehand. We'll see. Well, and he might die beforehand as well. So we don't know what's going on. Purvis has died. Ooh, Purvis was slain by Mer Gilliot of Marksville in personal combat. New emperor is... Emperor Madison the Charming. Madison D. Tyrone. Okay. We still have this guy here next to us. He's the one I'm most concerned about grabbing his territories. Panama would be nice to have as well. But those two are allied still, which is not great. This woman here has been ruling for quite a while now. Almost 40 years this woman's been ruling, Tatiana the Wise. That's not good for me. Getting about 6 gold a month. It's not terrible, but it's not great. You can start building up other territories besides Kali, so spend some gold there. Need more soldiers. Okay. So, what was I saying before? I was really interrupted by that adventurer that started us off on a path of war. Hey, managed to join my ranks. He's not great. Cool. Sweet. So yes, Lotro. I think it could be an option for potential playthrough. I mean, it'd basically be solo play because the game doesn't have that large of a population. What is this? 2 lights have recently been spotted shining in the steeple of Boston's Old North Church, one of the few pre-cataclysmic churches still standing. There's an ancient tale about that, but I can't remember what it is. It was just a children's story anyway. Oh? I do believe we're going to see an invasion coming on through. A Redcoat Dominion, led by this guy here, Lord Admiral Havelock. Hey, Gaming Master Anthony. I just don't know where he'll land. Another option I was thinking about, besides Lotro, was Pirates of the Burning Sea. And Pirates of the Burning Sea was a pirate game, pirate MMO, and it's still around. We showcased a few videos of like how-tos in it. It was weird because it was during a time when I was recording videos that I was thinking about switching it up from like pure Let's Plays to more of a tutorial-based channel. And I do this a lot where I waffle back and forth, and I decided not to go that route because it was taking far longer to like edit and do all those sort of things that you need to do in those sort of situations than just purely playing the game. So I stopped that, but I did thoroughly enjoy the game. So that's another option. Downside for that game is that it's in even worse shape, I would say, than Lotro is as far as like population goes. It has not been developed per se as far as content goes either. So it's been kind of in a stagnant state, maintenance mode more or less, since like 2011, 2012-ish. Meanwhile, Lotro has had like regular content being added to the game on practically a half-year basis. So Herman is frowning at me. Waste of time. It will never fit. You've grown out of it. But it's my favorite hat. May lead to willful. I'll be willful, sure. Right, Gaming Master Anthony. That game was called Pirates of the Burning Sea. So that is a potential another option to play through. There is a story. There's a story to get from level 1 to level 50. No, what are you doing? How? How does Panama get this thing? Dude, I swear, you gotta stop with the whole... He hates me regardless. There's nothing much I can do there. Take our gold for now. I don't want you to die in my dungeon if it's going to pass outside my realm. What was I saying? Yes, Pirates of the Burning Sea. So, another option there. There is a storyline content that gets from 1 to 50, but nothing else really added to that afterwards. The British are coming. A fleet has appeared in Cape Cod, full of men wearing red jackets. They claim to have sailed from the far side of the ocean and seek to bring the world we know under the rule of the one we call Queen, for human mouths cannot voice her true name. Not again, not now. No, Gaming Master Anthony, you're still around. We just chose your education, actually. You're 13 or 14 years old now at this point. So yes, there is an invasion being done. Oh, man. Well, if they had to land somewhere, they landed... Well, I mean, they landed in New England. If there was one group of forces that could potentially defend themselves against the invasion, it'd be New England. 5,000... I don't know how large his army is the question. Never mind. 66,000 troops and 5,000 gold is what he's dealing with right now. Yeah. You remember how New England was almost like a power? Not anymore. Not anymore. That's for sure. The Minutemen's hour has come. Moved by the onslaught of the British, men from across America have decided to band together to form the Minutemen, a new organization dedicated to fighting the British under Captain Rodrigo of the Minutemen. Yeah. So I'd like to hear thoughts from chat regarding potential interest in either Lotro as a kind of like a story-based MMO, or Pirates of the Burning Sea as just like a pirate game, more or less, to play through. There's also another pirate game, Age of Pirates 2. We did showcase it for a little bit, but it was extremely glitchy. I downloaded a mod that swears up and down that it's fixed the majority of those issues, but I've not play tested it as heavily yet, so I'm not sure exactly if it's good or not. Maryland was formed. That's pretty cool. Oh, and there goes the Redcoat Commonwealth, or the Redcoat Dominion right there as well. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on those games, or have suggestions for other games, light it up in the chat. Oh my god, that's a work phrase that I don't want to use again. So so forgive me for that. Major Link says, "Have I heard of Sunless Sea?" The name rings a bell. Tito and Prince. No, if anyone's gonna marry Tito, I'm gonna marry Tito. So calm down. The name rings a bell. I don't recall it off the top of my head. Who's religion? Lee Marker, the British. The British religion is Thelema. Thelema. Pagan. High god known as the Queen. Dark Stormy Days says one of the pirate games, whichever one you prefer would be interesting, I think. You could semi-roleplay maybe and set yourself a victory condition. Righteously imprison foe Sarata. What did you do? You're still alive? She was the last wife of my my great grandfather, our first ruler here. What's wrong? You're trying to kill Aaron. Don't kill Aaron. We like Aaron. Aaron's a good guy. Interesting, Darkstormy. I have to think about that. I don't know if you could roleplay in the MMO version. I guess you kind of could. The MMO version would also be kind of interesting because there's the other player. So the in Pirates of the Burning Sea, there's also other players, obviously, and there's also not only PvE content but also PvP content and RVR content, which is realm versus realm, which means one faction of the game versus another faction of the game in combat. My lineage, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? We will do nothing for now, because I want him to rebel so I can take his title. The sequel to Sunless Seas is Sunless Skies. Game Master Anthony has switched over to YouTube because Twitch has crashed on him. Sorry to hear that. TJ Cadman says, whatever floats your boat, it makes for better content. It makes better content. I followed you since Secret World, and I feel you weren't into it after a while. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll be upfront honest about that as well. Like, it just you get burned out over time, and especially with not doing this for a living. I do have a full-time job that eats up the majority of my time. Trying to add this on top of it sometimes can be a bit difficult. So I appreciate, you knowing that I was getting burned out over time. So there's also another game that's coming out tomorrow. Well, it's not coming out tomorrow, but it is launching tomorrow on Steam. It's called Worm Online. WURM Online. Miguela Rodrigo is now 6 years old and looking for an education. Humility. And Worm Online was built back in the late 2000s, actually. So it's an older title. Actually, it was co-developed by Notch before he made Minecraft, which is pretty interesting to learn about. And the idea is that it's a sandbox. It's an MMO sandbox where you can basically change anything in the game. Like, you can dig in the game and it changes the land permanently. You can like build things and cut trees down, and that all has an effect on the game itself. People building roads has an effect on the game itself. Dangerous factions. Rodrigo for El Pacifico. Alright, you remember that part where you were supposed to, like, plot a rebellion, and then I was supposed to find out about it? That's what you're supposed to do. And you didn't do that. It's not what I wanted you to do. Okay. Sounds like Echo. Never heard of Echo, TJ. But Worm Online launches tomorrow on Steam on a fresh server. So the world is a blank canvas starting tomorrow, and everyone can kind of operate in it as they want. So I was curious about the game. My worry about a game like that is very similar to, like, Minecraft. Like, I could never really get into Minecraft so much because I'm honestly not that creative as far as like building things and what to do in those sort of games. Like I would lose track of what I would want to do in something like that. I feel like that's why I love story-based games so much, is because I know I want to learn more about the story. In a sandbox environment like that, there is no story. Let's see. Korgat 223. 12 years old, focusing on martial education. There you go. Who's my educator? My mother? No, 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 no. We're going to change that right now. Tito should be my guardian. Two other fun things. We already had the invasion from the Aztecs and the Eagle Warriors over here. Oh wait, what? There's a Chinese invasion too? Not only Aztec but also Chinese? I didn't see that before. Oh, and New England is kind of being broken up a bit. Oh man, look at that. Our keep has been built in Tallulah. I'm not going to spend my gold right now in case I need to buy mercenaries for this upcoming war, it looks like. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you'll play as Senor Carlos of Risaralda. Okay, what happened? Senor Carlos of Risaralda has inherited Señorio of Quindío from Senor Edwin. Edwin died in my dungeons. So Carlos is now my heir. Okay. That makes him stronger. Not a fan necessarily of that, but have to eliminate some rivals. I'll make Tito the court tutor for everyone. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with the second game. It's difficult. Difficult to decide. North Mosquita has gotten its independence from regular Mosquita. Kalinus now hosting my stream. Thank you so much, Kalinus. Stormy says, okay, class, today we're going to be learning how to enter people's dreams and kill them. You know, kind of a thing. Oh, damn it. High taxes in Kali. Oh, Grand Chichimeca just grabbed somebody else. Sierra Madre has surrendered to Grand Chichimeca. I like to play hard and talk straight. I have no time for nonsense. Father, I cannot tell a lie. I am honest. Plague? There's no plague. Just regular stuff. Don't you scare me like that, Korgath. There is camp fever, though, in my territory, which is not great. righteously imprison Tito. Why? Because you want to kill Korgath. It's like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place with her because she's got the best stats anyone has in our family. Yet she keeps trying to kill people and succeeding. Bolus, who says that camera movement is so smooth. How you doing, Bolus? Guess you didn't study hard enough, says Alpaca Flinger. Give her a gift. Just anything. Just please stop trying to kill me. Please.
Here comes the money.
Oh, God! Oh God, I jumped. Scary. Akari rocks. Thank you for the donation. Akari Rock says, keep up the great content. Oh man, that is scary. I was not prepared. I was not prepared at all. Whew. Whew. Lee Marker says give her a minor title as well. I could do that. Wait, no, I already did. I gave her court tutor. I can't give her another title after that. Thank you again, Akari. You gave me a heart attack, though. I'll use that toward my medical bills. Not gonna be on the lookout for Akari. I just every now and again, I just gonna be on the lookout, just like. All right, the post-Adventist faith triumphant. This is why I can't do like horror video games either. Because I get so startled so frequently that there's no way in hell I could finish a game. Oh, that's probably what you guys want, is that sort of scary entertainment. Let's try and have J2 get a heart attack. What can go wrong with that? I'm breathing hard. The adherents of the Antinomian faith have steadily dwindled to the point where post-Adventist believers are in the majority. And this new state of affairs has reduced the Antinomian faith to a de facto heresy. All former Antinomian holy orders are now post-Adventist. So not only did the evangelicals lose, because that's part of the Holy Calamity Confederacy. Not only did the evangelicals lose now, so did the Antinomians. So now it's post-Adventist. So 3 different combating religions. I see a 4th there as well. Charismatic was in there somewhere as well. Anabaptist is in there too. Like it's a bit of a religious mess in the Holy Calamity Confederacy right now. Jesse Abrams says, "Oh man, there are so many free horror games, jump scares for days." Yeah, no. All right, 13 years old for Korgath. Almost there. 3 more years of Regency. Korgath223 says it's the Balkans of religion. I think you mean the Balkans. Oh no, and Ramdat was then wounded by angry peasants while collecting taxes. So not only is he forcing people to be revolting, he gets wounded on top of that too. Oh man. Major Link says, can we vote on you playing a horror game? I'll send you one for free. Listen, I've got a lot of games. I've got a lot of games on Steam. I'm sure if we ever decided to play a horror game, I'd probably have it already. My marshal tells me that one of my commanders, Ektor, has improved significantly, and he's a trickster, so that's not an improvement at all. It sucks. It's terrible. It's the worst. Okay. You all just want me to. You just all want me to have pain and suffering, is what this is. That's what's coming down here now. Pain and suffering for John. As you ride through the empty corridors of your castle on your trusty wooden stick horse, you come across your regent, Padre Herman of Mondomo, getting some fresh air on a balcony with his back turned against you. Charge! Alright, Korgath. I'm going to leave this one to you. Do you want to try and kill this guy? Or are you a good lad and you get 30 piety? I'll leave it to you. Korgath says charge. Rodrigo fell Pacifico faction. He was wounded. So stressed and wounded. So you didn't kill him. He was just wounded. Washington is reformed now. Reconquered by Chief Godred of the Beltway. Mid-Atlantic religion. TJ Cadman and Game Master Anthony blame COVID. What, for wanting to have me do jump scares? Good lord. Oh, that camp fever's not stopping. It's spreading. Not a fan. It's a coming. Well, I mean, it hasn't made its way down. My hope is that it just kind of goes across and not down. That's the hope. Go into hiding. Korgath, someone wants to kill you. Adriana here wants to kill you. Adriana, stop. Damn it. Damn it. Well. Wrath of the Old Gods. In response to the new era of Crusades, the great supreme Grand Mistress Constance has informed all occultist lore keepers of her plans for a magnificent occultist response. In fact, all heads of reformed religions may now declare great holy wars. This could be the beginning of an unprecedented heathen aggression. Lock up your son and daughter. I do not have a physician. Let's go ahead and do that. Stormy says, does anybody actually bother building hospitals in this game, or is it just you? I built a hospital during the last campaign. Senior Alex, stop. Oh. He says no, which means I'll get to imprison him. Oh, this council! Oh my god. I now have a valid claim to imprison this guy and revoke his titles, and this damn council will not let me do it. How much longer? 3 more years. 3 more years.